Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Gain 15 there. And that's good for Ravens first down.
Okay, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Back to the wall again. Drops like the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's the long back on the handoff. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield on their own side. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. This is Jacory Kronsky-Merritt, and it for the first time. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st and 10 now from the 46. second down.
Maxwell Hairston on the coverage.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's caught. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for Washington first down.
Something out of nothing, King, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On first down, here's Daniels. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
You know what this is, kid? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Like you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Looking for a pass on second and short. On the move, headed right. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. And he's taken out of bounds behind the line. It's going to be a sack. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Well, the pressure really got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The throw again on second down. Daniels. Running right side by McLaurin. He'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Daniels throwing on third. This is McCaffrey, left side. We got the football block, but not the first. That's not just shy of the marker. Fourth down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up first and 10. This plays a design run. He lost that football. Washington finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The Commanders reach pay dirt for the first time this game. All right, Brock, that was a design run. It was always opening up to some contact. It obviously popped the football free for 6. What do you do there as a QB?
Well, you work so hard on ball security, right? But it's usually within the pocket or when you're throwing it. You don't spend a lot of time on ball security outside the pocket. He's going to have to.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. On their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's a Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens grow their early lead to 13. Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Commanders 7. Timer Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. He's caught out right by Golden. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Reaction now with Daniels. To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Rolling back, hits the handoff. And he only manages one. A couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Not going to get an inch on the 2nd down. Good job containing that run right at the line.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line. QB keeper, it gets 0.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, third and long. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we got a first down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. It is caught left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he's going to be stopped. Third goal winds up losing yardage. And now, Brock, will they challenge them again on 4th and goal? Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. Field goal unit is out. They try to make this a 3-score game. Oops, knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. It's caught. Tucker Craft. He's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Catch made over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Daniels off the play action. He's got Jalen Lane. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Again, Daniels to the air. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to touch him down as they want to put a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To throw again, it's Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got got things going. That one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that.
That one splits the uprights, and the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
Gain to kick off for Washington.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game. This one's quickly locked up, too.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. It connects down the sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be Baltimore first. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, they'll run. They get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Throwing now out of the shotgun. They'll get this one to Watkins. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
In the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Throwing now off the play action. Buying some time right. He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this QB. Yeah, he was a dual threat guy in college. That's his first in the NFL, using his legs.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
31. Commanders 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts at the 3. This makes it up to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Daniels on first down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Second down and 10. Daniels completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. To the air again. Daniels. And we'll get into enemy territory. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Giving this to Merit. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work on the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this third down play. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Cox, this is Lane. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Daniels. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And they get back just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space. Your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Into the hands of his running back, Merritt. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels is going to throw again. This one's caught. He drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling the preseason game. Pete Carroll was there. He said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. The Ravens pick it up. And he's out clear. He's at midfield. The 30. Gets the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Ravens get more points to end a lopsided first half. They come with a stand in the red zone. Brock and that defense, you could just tell they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one, It hit the deck and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive scoop and score touchdown.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Starting from the 5. Things going well so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
Okay, I got to believe you harken back to that earlier pick and thought better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
To throw again on second down. Daniels. Finds a man right side. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he set out. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
Some of these quarterbacks, kid, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Going on first down. Daniels. That one's complete right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, one play remaining in this half. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take him down right along the 30. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This return starts at the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
On first down, here's Daniels. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, he brings up second down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
After the incompletion, second and 10, still from the 30. Daniels back to throw. Screen pass here for Krosky-Merritt. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
You could see that screen develop as a lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
Third and 1. Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Sending him on the dive. Through the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory in this series with points.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Another carry for him. Home to the right. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Are they going to run him down? He took it all the way. Baby, what a return. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and 10. Now a give on the counter. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back-to-back carries here. Makes the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 37-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Quarterback run here. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be the Ravens' first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback who can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he is stopped with authority there. But that stop came later than they'd like. He gets a good bit and that first down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
15-yard line.
From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination with the questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass ball in. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Daniels now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Give it to Krosky-Merritt. He takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here's Daniels. Gets him on the out route. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And now they face second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. That's caught by his tight end. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Now Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop.
That's a gain of 3.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
To the air again, Daniels. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Daniels on 4th down. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on downs, so they're just going to decline that penalty. First and 10 from the 32. Now to the running back. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
32-yard line.
Now on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Back at the 30-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's linebackers and they're the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Complete over the middle. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
Number 87.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield throw. Give him 24 on that play.
4 yards.
That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw again, it's Daniels. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
That's another.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Daniels is going to throw again. Into the hands of his running back, Oscar Merritt. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Throwing now, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught by McLaurin. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Rolling on 1st down, Daniel. Looking end zone, the touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
This one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Just loose, incomplete.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it after a 2nd interception of the season.
It's a turnover on downs.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also keeps the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Motioning the tight end left. Mitchell up the middle. defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground. Well, they scramble back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
Fights his way through a tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
The 14-yard line.
From the gun, run for Koski Merritt. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. Get 2nd down now.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They'll work against the blitz. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Jalen Lane. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He brings it in. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Now Daniels off the play action. And quick there. They bring him to the turn. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. They're going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Play action now. Daniels. Vacates quickly left side. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
And as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Well, no doubt looking for a moral victory here in lieu of 1 on the scoreboard, Bronk. It's 4th and goal. He's going to try to throw for it. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Gay with the point after. And the Commanders get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Commanders 48. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design run. Jackson keeping it. Lining up to take a knee on second down. This one is for Lamar. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.